Hey guys, Ben here and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. We've got our first look at Milly Alcock and also the first look at the Supergirl House of El symbol. So if you do go on to enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like and a comment and subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos later this year. So this is my second time recording this video after the news came out because my microphone totally messed up and it sounded terrible. So we're doing it again, but we're going to make sure we're very thorough with this breakdown because we've got our first look at Milly Alcock's Supergirl, which you can see on the screen right here, and I'm going to read you through what James Gunn had to say because he released this on Twitter and this was his caption: "Thrilled to see cameras roll at Warner Bros. Studios Leavesden on Supergirl, with Craig Giuseppe at the helm and the phenomenal Milly Alcock as our Kara Zor-El. Craig brings an incredible sensibility to this story, and Milly is every inch the unique Supergirl envisioned by Tom King, Bilquis Evely, sorry if I mispronounced her name, and Ana Nogueira." So they're all the people that worked on it. Obviously Tom wrote the original comic book and worked with Ana Nogueira on the screenplay in some capacity. But yeah, so they're filming in London right now. They have been filming for about a week. I'm not sure exactly how long, but they are filming in studio, and as I've said recently, you're not going to see her outside for quite a while. I think based on a lot of the settings in the comic book, a lot of it's going to be based inside and probably in studio because they are going to these different establishments around the galaxy on different Earths, and there's going to be a lot of indoor sets because they go to like different bars and different buildings with different people that they need to talk to in their hunt for Creme, because Supergirl goes around with her alien friend Rufy as they hunt Creme to try and get revenge because Creme has just killed Rufy's father, and Supergirl wants revenge for her own reason, which we're not going to talk about because I'm not sure if they're going to do it in the film or not, but you will just have to wait and see. But yeah, Craig Giuseppe is directing. I'm a fan of him, looking forward to seeing his take on the character. But let's talk about Milly Alcock because this is our first look at Milly Alcock as Supergirl. You can see she's got the classic blonde long hair. She looks the part without even seeing her face or anything like that. You can just tell, like looking from behind, this could be Melissa Benoist, this could be any Supergirl. Obviously Sasha's Supergirl was a bit different in the DCU just because of her hair, but this is classic Supergirl that we're looking at right here. So yeah, looks the part from behind, looks like classic Supergirl. But let's talk about her clothing. So in the comics, we open up with Supergirl at a bar celebrating her 21st birthday by herself. She's taken herself off the planet to a planet where they have a red sun so she can feel the effects of the alcohol that she's drinking for the first time. And this is because she's tired of being in the shadow of Superman. She wants to create her own legacy, and right now she's just down, and so that's where you pick up with her in the comic book. And even though this is not necessarily the bar that you normally would start with, or they do start with in the comics, the clothing that she's wearing, the question is this Milly's just casual clothing that she normally wears? I don't think so. I think this could be what we see her opening with, some very down-to-earth human clothing, just very casual. But she's in this alien bar and you can see it's super bright, very colourful, and she clearly doesn't fit in, I feel like, because you're going to have aliens around and different people that definitely aren't going to be as casual as her. And you can see she's wearing like a hoodie and like some sort of leather jacket or something like that. And yes, this is not exactly what you see at the start of Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow in the comics. She's wearing more like a robe, but they can make changes, they can make it different and make her authentic in her own way. Obviously she looks a bit like a Jedi at the start of Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow with her attire, so maybe they wanted to go for something a bit more earthbound, I guess, with this clothing choice. But let's talk about the bar. So as I said, this doesn't necessarily look like that first bar, but they can make changes if they want. And the artist that worked on Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow in the comics, and obviously had a little bit of an influence in the film, she actually posted earlier today, after the release of that photo, a comic strip of Supergirl and Rufy at an alien bar. Now this happens later, you can see that Supergirl is wearing her normal attire. She's got her cape, she's got her normal costume on, but this bar very much so looks like the bar that we're seeing in the photo of Milly Alcock on the Supergirl set. So I think they might have switched it around, or if this is actually Milly's normal clothing that she's just wearing in between takes, this could potentially be them filming that scene and she would just like take off what she's wearing and she would have the Supergirl suit on. Now let's talk about the Supergirl House of L crest / emblem / logo, because this has given us confirmation that they're keeping to the same style that Superman obviously is going to establish in his film. The two House of L members will have the same Kingdom Come inspired House of L logos, so it's very much so that Kingdom Come look. It's exactly the same as David Corenswet's Superman logo, so they're going to be staying consistent with that. However, I'm pretty sure they're going to make a few changes. Now, one of the changes that you can notice while looking at this photo is that there is no yellow in the House of L crest. It's replaced by a kind of navy, I guess is the way that I would explain it. I can't really see exactly what type of color it is, but it's very dark, it's different, it's a bit more dingy, moody, and that kind of fits Supergirl's mood at the start of this comic series. So if they want to do that and they want Supergirl to be a bit different from Superman, why not change some colors? Why not just keep the House of L symbol the same, but with her trying to get out of Superman's shadow, why not give her a little bit of a change? And yes, obviously the yellow, the gold is very comic accurate. It's what you expect from Supergirl. She can have that on different parts of her costume, like her belt and everything. She doesn't necessarily have to have that with the House of L logo, and I'm actually all in for this. I would like a change. I would like to see something different. Obviously we did see something different with Sasha's Supergirl in the DCU, but you never got to see her like alongside Superman, and so seeing her alongside Superman, I'm talking about Milly Alcock Supergirl, having a slightly different House of L logo but it's the same design, I think that would be really cool on screen. So let me know down in the comments below, what do you think about all of this? Because this is a great tease. I'm really looking forward to Supergirl. Obviously I'm a huge Supergirl fan myself, so this is one of my most anticipated projects. But for now, let's move on to the final topic. So this is coming from James Gunn on Threads. He was asked by a fan, how have you been balancing post-production on Superman and Peacemaker with pre-production and generally working with the respective teams on other DC Studios projects like Supergirl, Lanterns and the Batman? So James Gunn replied to this, as he does to a lot of Threads comments. The bulk of my time is dealing with post-production on Superman and Peacemaker, but I'm also spending a fair amount of time pre-writing my next DC Studios project and watching dailies and offering ideas on the other projects. It's much less overwhelming than when I was directing, and to that I can agree. Directing is very, very time consuming, and you have to realize whilst he was directing, he was probably doing all the same producing stuff, apart from obviously post-production at the time because he wasn't in that. However, he would have been working on all the other projects, trying to get them off the ground, get people in, get the projects actually started, while directing some episodes of Peacemaker, doing Superman at the same time. So yeah, less overwhelming, but the big thing here is that James Gunn has confirmed he is pre-writing his next DC Studios project. Now, I don't really want to guess what it could be. It's obviously not Teen Titans, they got a writer for that. But I could see it being the Authority. That could be his next project because he's introducing a couple of Authority characters in Superman, and we know he wants to make a film on that, so that could be his next project. It could be something bigger than that, you know, I'm talking like someone a bit more well known. But for now, he is planning it, he is pre-writing as he says, so that is big news, that he is actually working on another project whilst doing post-production, you know, finishing the editing. I don't know what stage it's at for Superman, but, you know, we're getting there. We're getting towards July. It is the end of January right now, so we don't have too much time left, but yeah, that post-production hopefully is going well. And he talks about watching dailies. I'm guessing that means he is watching the dailies every day from Supergirl, just checking in on what they're doing, seeing how it looked over the last week or so. And he is also offering ideas on other projects that maybe they're trying to get off the ground, or you know, that are at the writing stage, or maybe with lanterns as they head towards production. But that pretty much does it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to leave a like and a comment. It would really help this video get out there. I appreciate that I'm not just doing Arrowverse content and not all of you guys are going to watch every single day, but if you can come back as much as you can by turning on notifications to not miss any videos, that would be great, because I want you guys to enjoy these videos and obviously leave any comments and maybe some changes you want to see on the channel as we kind of revamp everything and go for different topics. But for now, if you enjoyed the video, please be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos. And you can click on the top right corner of the screen to watch my latest video. But for now, I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.